Nemona, one of the 3 friend characters introduced in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. While she serves as one of your guides along the Pokémon League path throughout the game, I feel like a good amount of people just don't understand her. So let's have a little chat. Honestly, I thought Nemona looked pretty cool when she was first revealed as the main rival of the game, but during the first half of actually playing it, I wasn't all that interested. But now having completed Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, all the epilogues, and also just having Nemona appear in all other corners of the Pokémon franchise, I do really like her. Already being a champion ranked trainer by the time we meet her, obviously her main thing is battling. She loves any chance she gets to enjoy a thrilling moment with a fellow trainer and their Pokémon. She'll run into the player character frequently, testing out their skills as they continue their journey across Paldea. So the narrative that is built around her is one that presents her as an obsessive stalker who can't take no for an answer. I think this mainly comes from the fact that progression in this game is different from usual Pokémon, so while you travel around and challenge gyms in the order that you want, Nemona will show up between badges for a battle, making it so there are not set locations where she shows up, but instead there are set times, almost making it feel like she's following you around. And then there's also the interaction near the end of her main story where she formally asks you to be her rival and you're literally incapable of progressing the story without selecting yes. These reasons are literally just because she's a video game character and battling against her is part of the whole thing. You sign up for it as soon as you put the cartridge into the Nintendo Switch or, download it off of eShop. But in the last example, yeah, I definitely think Game Freak needs to stop giving you options for dialogue when they ultimately don't matter. Otherwise, she kinda behaves similarly to other rivals in previous Pokemon games. I mean, she has her own personality, but at least mechanically, she still fits into the same kind of mold. I think it's really a case of one meme leading to another, and then suddenly the vast majority of people who don't play the game or skim the dialogue have the same interpretation. Because difficult battles in Pokemon are really cool unless the character is a woman, then she's a creepy sadistic stalker. I find it funny how Nemona is also portrayed by some fans as being like really fit, I guess leaning into the tomboyish stereotypes, when the reality is she is just not. We know from her introduction that she has difficulty throwing Pokeballs, that's what the brace on her arm is meant to help her with. When it comes to exercise like jogging or hiking, she runs out of breath pretty quickly and has little to no stamina, as we also see in places like her Sync Pair story in Pokemon Masters or even little bits of the anime. It's a cute little character trait. I mean, yeah, she loves Pokemon battling, but that's not necessarily something that requires a whole lot of physical exertion from the trainer. It's more of a mental strategy thing and a matter of the heart and spirit, of which Nemona has plenty. Anyway, I do think it's most ironic that being scared of Nemona isn't exclusive to general internet users, but a lot of her classmates actually turn down challenges from her all the time. She's no doubt a skilled trainer and has reached the level she has through her love of the game. But all that everybody else gets to see of her is the one girl who excels in everything. They think she's a natural prodigy and that there's no way they could ever beat her, so they don't even want to try. And it's so sad because we as her friend get to see the real Nemona and that she doesn't like how everybody else sees her. She doesn't see herself as a prodigy, but as someone who loves Pokemon battles and is really good at them because of that love. I had said it before, but sometimes I think I can relate to her in that sense. While it is nice to be praised for the things that you can do, other people just don't understand sometimes. I've heard things like, oh, you're such a natural, I could never do that myself, and like, maybe, but I'm only this way because I enjoy what I do and I wanted to get better. I genuinely believe that you could do the same, so join me and let's improve together, I don't know, something like that. I really appreciate the extra little epilogue that we get with Nemona, and when you take all of this along with a bit of her backstory, it really makes sense why she wants to spend time with the protagonist so much. Because they're able to bring their all in any battle and really challenge Nemona to the point where she feels like she doesn't have to hold back for their sake, which she normally does for everybody else. Because the protagonist is new to this school and let's be honest is all head empty because they're meant to be a self-insert with no dialogue, they don't approach Nemona in the same way her other classmates do. Also with Nemona coming from a rich family that gave her so much yet isn't able to spend too much time with her, as we see that the house is basically run by hired help, it becomes clear that what Nemona truly wants is a genuine connection where she can be herself and doesn't receive any special treatment, whether she's treated as the princess of the family or the prodigy of the school. And that's another reason I love her getting to spend time on Pasio and Pokemon Masters. Because this game brings in every protagonist, every champion, every rival, Nemona is basically on the same level as all of them, if not behind some of them. After getting her happy ending with her friends in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, this is like her victory lap. She's basically like a kid in a candy store with all the other trainers living here. Some of the NPCs are still a little scared of her at first, but with the help of everyone else, they're able to communicate the message that it's about the fun you have during the battle whether you win or lose. And that is basically who Nemona is. Maybe a late video, or maybe one that I just never got around to making that is somehow as true today as it was a year ago, because sometimes the whole canon versus fanon thing is hard to get rid of. But regardless, I am really happy that Nemona has a bunch of other fans in the Pokemon community who all really know who she truly is. So let me know what you think in the comments below about Nemona and how you feel about her character, as we've still been getting more and more tidbits here and there. I definitely love to see her and everybody else pop up from time to time, as we're still solidly in the middle of Generation 9. But anyway, I should get back to training to be the very best like no one ever was with my bestie Nemona. Thank you to every channel member for your continued support, including the Great Gators, Tyler Hopper, Jake Brody, GigaWiiU64, Isabella Lawrence, Alive R360, Nani, The Shoeman, Copybot, Master, Chaos Form 02, Alex Switch Shiny Hunter, Lockadox, Michael Snyder, Koi13, Cemetery Hill, Pastel Blood, Cosmo Zero, Rainfrux, Cheesit62, GatorKid509, TF, Mathaclog947, Taijirai, Justin R, Phantom, and Quago. If you would like to support, see your name here, get access to emotes for comments, live streams, and sometimes early videos, you can become a channel member today. You can also follow me on Twitter as well for more memes. Anyway, this is Gatorix, and I'll catch you all later.
Start your adventure together in the Pokémon trading card game Scarlet and Violet. Coming soon. Products sold separately, cards vary by pack.